your mind as a former coach, does that alter the game plan at all?
Well, the coaches will be watching their opponents very closely, Kevin. You're trying to get as much intel as possible so your team can be even sharper in the next game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the small forward position. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Gobert, the screen. Edwards can't hit. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a three-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, truth be told, they got punked on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
Now here's Gobert. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Outside, Edwards. Edwards with another miss. Podziemski with it. Edwards there. Pass to Santos. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Takes a three. And the Warriors, another three.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Randall outside. Here's DiVincenzo. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Santos. And the Warriors, another three.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Pass to Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
Anthony Edwards at the line for one.
On the free throw, no good. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Here is Edwards. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Gobert. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
Green finds Podziemski. Here's Curry. Fires away from way outside. Randall grabs the board. Curry against DiVincenzo. McDaniels sets a screen for Edwards. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
For 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pass to Podziemski. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Randall is doubled. Back to DiVincenzo. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Excellent possession there. If you set up DiVincenzo, it usually leads to points.
Takes a step back. From 8. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Randall. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Curry passes to Green. Pass to Santos. Now Pajemski launches it. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
DiVincenzo with the screen for Edwards. Outside for Randall. McDaniels outside. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Curry's shot is good. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to Los Angeles. Randall a screen on Curry. Here's DiVincenzo. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, that's the thing about DiVincenzo. He stays active at both ends.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Minnesota. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors sitting there 4 spots below.
Well, for the Timberwolves, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. 5 points in the game. No good from outside. Warriors leading by 9. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniels' athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it home.
And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Edwards, good.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They lead by 7. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Knocks down the 3-ball. Santos has got 9 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
DiVincenzo with the screen for Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry from deep. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Curry looking it over. Off target from 3-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss. Warriors leading by 10. And here is Moody. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Green inside. He's defended by Randall, and Green gets it to go.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Randall outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Curry against DiVincenzo. From the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Pass to Moody. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Dosumu, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the first one at the line is good. Moody heads them both. Timberwolves trail by 14. Randall down low, working on Horford. Pass to Reed to stop the drought. Al Horford with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Porzingis.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Another miss by Minnesota. Warriors leading by 16. Here's Spencer. 17 points for him last game against Chicago. Pass to Melton. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Spencer, the pass to Melton. Picked by Horford. Melton kicks to Horford. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Minnesota shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Tries the spin move. Porzingis with the steal. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Dosumu. It's his first trip to the line.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Melton. So both teams changing it up here. Melton hits them both. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. And an overpowering first quarter effort, already a double-digit advantage. Warriors lead by 16. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Bones Highland. And it's Dosunmu in at the three. Now here's Conley. Still yet to score. 4 on the shot clock. Reed with a screen for Conley.
Great job by Porzingis, just making himself big and affecting that shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Conley. Now Highland. Randle right side. Over Horford. Nails the baby hook. Randle's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Well, Randle is a problem inside. He has so many ways he can beat you down there.
Melton passes to Spencer. Highland against Melton. To the paint. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the defense is there, but Horford goes all out to make sure he converts inside.
Stand hard to figure, right? Here's a guy pushing 40 years of age. Al Horford looks as good as ever.
Oh, he sure does, Kevin. He reminds me of me and you. Guys that just seem to be a lot younger than they really are. And Al's still getting it done every single night in this league. It's a testament to his discipline and his professionalism.
Randle grabs the board. And Randle has got the ball here for Minnesota. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Down low. And then Reed slams it in.
Superb focus from Reed. He excels at using his strength to push through contact inside.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Spencer, still without a basket. On the wing, Melton. He's defended by Highland. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Conley for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, they were coughing it up all over the place. For whatever reason, they could not find the handle.
Spencer drills it from outside. Spencer's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Porzingis has a unique vantage point, so he can find those open guys others might miss.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Edwards has come in for Mike Conley. And here's a look at some numbers for Jaden McDaniel. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Dosunmu. Randle surveying the D. Back to Dosumu. 4 on the clock. Backs in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got his 4th assist in this one.
When you get that ball inside the line, it can free up the three-point arc. Great dish by Randle.
Now, here's Moody. And the basket by Curry.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Highland. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Shoots over Curry. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Warriors leading by 18. Curry with the bounce pass. And the Warriors, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Randle throws it down.
Emphatic finish by Randle. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
Out left to the wing. Some nice passing by Golden State. And Curry has it in the corner. And the Warriors, another 3.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Now, here's Dosumu. He has 5. Randle right side. Out to the right wing. Here's Highland. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Santos. Got it. Good job in the low post. Santos has got 11 points. And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for DeAnthony Melton. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosumu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. DiVincenzo against Green. Randle from outside. Offensive rebound.
Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
Pass to Santos. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Edwards looking it over. Randle is doubled. Gobert finds McDaniel. Then slam dunk by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Pass to Santos. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
That's good from Edwards on the assist from Randle. Randle's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Moody. Pass to Santos. Now Moody. And Curry has it in the corner. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards with it. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, plus he got himself to the line. Playing aggressive, pushing the action.
Curry's shot is off. Timberwolves trailed by 21. Randle outside. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Gobert. Randle outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
Yeah, they could feel that dunk all the way in France. Gobert with the huge dunk.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Now Moody. Here's Santos. 17 points in his last outing. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Pass to Edwards. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Curry. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Randle from outside. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Draymond Green. He's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Well, he's found his groove. He isn't forcing anything, and he's making the most of his chances.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Moody the bounce pass. Curry on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Podziemski. Shoots the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota shooting 43% for the game. So Coach Van Gundy, after 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, his last coming in 2024, do you think Rudy Gobert has a chance at another?
Well, look, Kevin, I think Rudy continues to play at just as high a level defensively. But now as the game has changed, I think we're starting to reward guys with those awards who can not only protect the rim and make it tough on teams, but can go out on the perimeter and guard multiple positions. So I think it'll be tough for him to get a fifth.
DiVincenzo with a screen for Reed. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
The Timberwolves shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. Dan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now, here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Outside, Reed. Offensive rebound. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Another shot. And the layup is good. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this.
Hey, folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
I've had some nights in my time. Nights when you feel like everything is going in. You know what I mean, Shaq? I think Steph has that feeling all the time.
Yeah, the example he sets is a very high bar.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
They won't see home sweet home for a while, but sometimes the road creates solidarity for the guys, team unity.
Especially if you're winning. But if you're losing, these long road trips can feel endless.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Timberwolves trail by 21. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Moody. And it's Santos in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Moody the pass to Curry. And he drops it in from the low post. Curry's got 30.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's McDaniels, and he's good on the three ball.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
Here's Santos. Here's Podziemski. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Warriors leading by 21. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Good, another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
McDaniels outside. Back to DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mr. Curry. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. McDaniels got 11 points.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Here's Podziemski. He has 5. He was all alone on that one. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of pass. They are rolling.
And the Timberwolves call time here. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. 5th, the Timberwolves.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here is Edwards. 12 points for him. Now Podziemski. To the middle. Here's Santos. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Left side, Edwards. Looking to get it going. Inside, here's DiVincenzo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Shooting 1.
One shot.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo. The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others. And I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
And here's Randall after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Randall, basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Strong finish by Randall. He's really worked on his upper body over his career.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's
lanes.
opened up the floor
One
for them
shot.
on numerous occasions.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
A focal part of this offense. In addition to his scoring ability, Randall is also a terrific passer at his position.
Here's Podziemski. 5 points in the game. Pass to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Curry's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Chalk up 2 there. Randall's got 11 points.
Well, he's such a natural talent, has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And here is Moody. Pass to Podziemski. DiVincenzo against Curry. Here's Moody. The 3. Shot by Podziemski, no good. Nick Daniels up top, defended by Moody. They get it back, and finished off by Gobert. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Well, that's why you feed Gobert near the rim. He makes the most of those easy opportunities.
Here's Podziemski, and he uses the glass on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Edwards' shot is good.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Here's Curry to the left side wing. Pass to Santos. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Now Podziemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Outside Edwards. Here's McDaniels. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. In the corner, Moody with it. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Curry, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Dosumu's checked in. And here are the Warriors now. Out to Porzingis. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 8 rebounds in this game. Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Podziemski with it. 10 points for him. To the inside. Pass to Moody. Porzingis against Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Rudy Gobert. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. Second in rebounding. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, a solid shooter from the line.
And the Warriors making a change here. Melton's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed comes in for Gobert. And Mike Conley subbed in for Julius Randle. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Minnesota's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Outside Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. The Warriors pull it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. And Santos gets it to go. Santos has got 4 this quarter.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
McDaniel sets a screen for Conley. Here's the floater. Edwards can't hit.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Here's Podziemski. He's got 10. Here's Melton. Back to Porzingis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
7'2", 240 pounds. Porzingis is a nightmare matchup for defenders.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniel. And Bones Highland subbed in for Edwards. And that one misses.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Melton. Anderson against Horford. Back to Melton. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Anderson.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Picked by Reed. Conley kicks to Reed. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Reed's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
Porzingis with a screen on Highland. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 9.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now here's Conley. He has yet to score. Al Horford with the rebound. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Conley kicks to Reed. Conley scanning the floor. Anderson outside, over Horford. Anderson's shot is off. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And you could just see Anderson there looking to jam it.
Warriors leading by 23. Pass to Porzingis. Now here is Horford. He's covered by Anderson. That's good from Horford on the assist by Porzingis.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Outside, Reed misses the three. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. Now Podziemski. He's got 10. There's the pick. Here's Richard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Conley, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3 side.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Now, here's Reed. Here's Randall, and too long on the shot. The Warriors shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Here's Richard. Bucket off the crossover.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Randall outside. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Pass to Curry. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Julius Randle. Here's Melton. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Here's Melton. A three-pointer off the mark.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Pass to Randall. And here is Conley. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Back to Conley. Over Curry. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Randall with the bucket.
Few guys take as many mid-range jumpers as Randall, the lefty. Very confident in this area.
Now here's Porzingis. Horford the pass to Curry. And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history book.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Lets it go. And good! There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Outside Conley. Reed with a screen for Randall. Lets it fly. Randall can't get that one to fall.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Porzingis sets the pick for Melton. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Randall. The shot's good. Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow. Randall with a fantastic dribble move. We're seeing why teams use him as a point forward.
Now, here's Melton. Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson, viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14 made threes has been passed here this evening. And listen to this crowd. They are letting him hear it.
Greg, as well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays we've seen in late history.
Well, look, this guy's been on another level in this one. Every time he lets it fly from the perimeter, it feels like it's going to fall. We're watching a historic performance tonight.
Williams, he's checked in for the Warriors. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosumu. Edwards has come in for Bones Highland. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Outside, Horford. Back to Curry. Here he goes. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Curry's got 57 points.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Gobert with a screen on Melton. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Well, the strength of Gobert allows him to finish through contact better than most guys.
Now, here's Melton. Outside Curry. Launches a three. Connects again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Outside Edwards. Randall kicks to Gobert. Clock at 6. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Curry. Golden State's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Williams' shot is off.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
McDaniels with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Horford. Sweet little floater.
And, folks, this is Horford in his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Randle outside. Back to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the screen for McDaniel. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Randle's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Pass to Melton. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And he makes the first.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And watching Steph go to work is watching a living legend. Already one of the best to ever do it, and he is still adding to his resume.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Pass to Randle. That shot off. Nice D from Porzingis. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Here's Melton. Here's the screen. Fires for 3. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Now here's Randle. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. He's so active.
Second team foul.
Curry's checked in for Curry.
Warriors, number 31, Seth Curry.
Golden State's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of it. Pass to Curry. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And Minnesota has possession. The Warriors making the shot. Edwards inside. He's guarded by Melton. Tries from 7. The rebound by Post. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point land.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Traps in the tray.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Spencer, the pass to Curry. Porzingis with a screen on McDaniels.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Curry with the bucket. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender. Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Pass to Melton. Outside, Porzingis. And he comes up with the deuce. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds. Randle outside. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Now Curry. Following the miss by Julius Randle from deep, Spencer cranes the three-pointer.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Porzingis can't hit. Minnesota with the ball. And here is McDaniel. And slam dunk by Gobert.
What a night for Rudy Gobert, playing with confidence, looking for ways to score.
Here's Spencer. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.